Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to create a custom full screen 404 page for your Blogger website. So this is how the page is gonna look. This is a simple design and I will show you the process of adding this design to your Blogger website. And you can add any design you want. The process will be the same. So let's get started. Alright, first of all, we'll create the design. So I have created this folder called 404 and I just opened it with VS Code. And I also have this folder called images, and in that we have this image called 404.jpg. And let's start by creating an HTML file. So let's click on new file and I'll just create a file called index.html. And we'll also create a CSS file. So let's click on new file and we'll just name it style.css. Let's start with the index.html file. Now in VS Code you have this shortcut where you can just press exclamation and press tab and you'll have this basic HTML5 code. And let's also link our CSS file over here. So I'll just type link and press tab, and in the href we'll just type style.css, and we'll also add the link of the font. Alright, so here I'm in fonts.google.com and let's search for the font that we want. We'll be using a font called Montserrat. So let's type Montserrat over here and let's select this font. And we need to have two styles of this font. So if we go back to our design, we can see that we have the regular font and also the bold font. So let's go back and let's select the regular version. So I'll just select this one right here, regular 400. And let's also select the bold version. So I'll just select this one right here, extra bold. And now let's copy this link from here and let's go back to our HTML file and I'll just paste it over here in the head section. Right, now let's start with the markup. So first of all, we'll create a container division to hold everything. So I'll just give it a class of myContainer, and in that we'll have an h1, and in that I'll just copy this text. So I'll just copy this from here and let's go back and paste it inside the h1. And we'll also create a paragraph and I'll just copy this text from here and I'll just paste it over here. And then we have a button over here. So this is basically an anchor tag. So I'll just create an anchor tag. And here we need to add the link of our home page, and we'll also add a class over here so that we can style it in CSS. So I'll just add a class of btn, and here we need to type homepage. Alright, that's it with our HTML. Now let's open this in our browser. So I have this extension called Live Server installed in VS Code. So just search for Live Server over here and you will have this extension over here. Just install it, and once you do that, you can just right click over here in the HTML and then click on Open with Live Server. And now here we can see that our design is displayed over here in the browser. Now let's style it using CSS. So let's go to our CSS file, and first of all we'll just remove the margin from the body. So I'll just type body margin 0, and now we can see we don't have any default margin. And now let's style the myContainer division. So let's go back over here and I'll just type .myContainer. And first of all, let's add a background image. So let's type background URL. And here I'll just type images / and I have this image called 404.jpg. And we'll also set the height of the container to 100 viewport height, which is 100% of the browser, and also the width to 100%. And now here we can see we have this background image. Now we need to bring all the elements to the center of the screen. So let's go over here and let's set the display of the myContainer to flex, and align items to the center and justify content to the center. And now we can see everything is in the center. Now we want these elements to be one below the other. So for that we have to type flex direction to column. And let's also set the font family to Montserrat. So I'll just type font family Montserrat sans serif. We'll also add a little bit of padding to the container. So let's type padding of 0 for top and bottom, and for left and right we will have 32 pixels of padding. This padding is necessary for smaller screens. And now we can see that we have this scroll bar over here at the bottom. Now that's because of the padding. So here we have set a width of 100%, and to that we are adding a padding of 32 pixels to the left and to the right. Now if you want to include this padding inside the width of the element, then we have to type box sizing and we have to set it to border box. And now we can see we don't have any scroll bars. Right, we'll also set the text align to center, and this is also for smaller screens. Right, now let's style the h1. So let's type myContainer h1, and we'll set the font weight to 800. And let's go back, and we need to change the color of the text. So here in the container division, I'll just type color, and we'll just set it to white. So here we have the heading. We'll also bring the heading to the top a little bit. So let's type margin top, and we will add a negative margin. So I'll just type negative 100 pixels. And we'll also decrease the margin bottom a little bit. So let's type margin bottom, and we'll just set it to 8 pixels. Right now let's add some margin bottom to this paragraph. So let's type my container P and margin bottom, and we'll just set it to 36 pixels. Right now let's style this button. So let's type my container btn, and let's add a background of linear gradient. So let's type linear gradient, and here we will have 90 degrees, and we'll set the first color to FDC830, and we'll set it to 0%. And for the next color we will type F37335, and we'll set it to 100%. So here we have the button. Let's also add a padding, and we'll set the padding to 12 pixels top and bottom, and 32 pixels left and right. Let's also add a border radius, and we'll set it to 16 pixels. And let's set the color of the text to black, and we'll just remove the underlines. So let's type text decoration to none, and let's set the font weight to 800 and the font size to 20 pixels. Alright, so that's it with the design of the 404 page. Now let's add this to our Blogger website. Alright, here I have logged into my Blogger dashboard, and I'm using this theme called Soho Light. So it comes by default with Blogger. So this is the theme, and let's view our blog. So this is how our website looks right now, and if I just go to a random page, so I'll just type some random value over here, and now we can see that this is the 404 page of our theme. We see that we have this header over here, and we have this text. There's nothing here. Now we're going to replace this 404 page with the design that we just created. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to create a body class. So if you right click over here and go to inspect, here we can see for the body we have this class of version number, and we have some class for the theme. So now what we need to do is we need to add a specific class when we are on a 404 page, and then we can style it accordingly in our CSS. So let's go back to our dashboard, and let's go to theme and click on this arrow and click on edit HTML, and let's add a body class. So I'll just search for the start of the body. You can just search for it over here. I'll just press Ctrl F, and I'll just type less than body, and here we can see this is the start of the body. Now here we can see these are body classes. So we have this tag called B class in a Blogger theme. Now using the B class we can add a condition, and if the condition is true, then we can add a class inside this name attribute, and this class will be added to the parent. So right now the parent of this tag is the body. So whenever you have this condition fulfilled, the class preview will be added to the body. Now in the same way we need to add a specific class to the body when we are on the 404 page. So let's add a B class tag over here. So I'll just type B class, and for the condition we need to type data blog dot page type equals, and here in double quotes we need to type error page, and the next attribute we need to add is name. So let's type name, and here we will add a custom class. So I'll just type custom 404. You can name this class anything you want, and I'll just close the B class tag over here. Right now let's save this theme, and let's see whether we have this custom 404 class added to the body when we are on a 404 page. So let's save this, and let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page. And now let's right click over here and go to inspect, and let's go to the body, and here we can see we have this class called custom 404 added over here. And if you go to any other page, so let's open this main page over here, and if you go to the inspect, here we can see we don't have the custom 404 class added. We have this class added only when we are on a 404 page. So here we can see we have the class. Alright, now let's add our HTML and CSS to our template code. So let's go back, and first of all let's add the link of the font. So let's go back to our HTML, and I'll just copy this link from here, and I'll just paste it inside the head section. So here we can see this is the head section. So in here I'll just paste the link. Right now let's copy the CSS. So let's go back and let's go to style.css, and I'll just copy everything from here, and I'll just scroll down to the end of the CSS of the theme. This is where the CSS ends, and I'll just make some space over here, and I'll just add a comment. So I'll just type custom 404, and I'll just paste the CSS over here. Now we need to make some changes in our CSS selectors because we don't want to have these classes added to all the pages. So for that you have to type body.custom404, which is the class that we just added, and we have to copy it in all the other places. So let's copy this from here, and I'll just paste it over here and press space, and I'll just paste it in all the other places. Right now these CSS properties will be added only if we have the custom 404 class in our body. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is add the HTML. So let's go to the start of the body. So I'll just search for it, and we will add our HTML just after this body class. So let's go back to our code editor, and let's go to the HTML, and I'll just copy this division from here, and I'll just paste it over here. Now we don't want to display this HTML in all the pages. We want to display it only when we are on the 404 page. So let's add an if condition over here. So for that you have to type less than b colon if, and I'll just type cond, and here we need to have the same condition. So I'll just copy this from here and paste it down here, and I'll just close this, and let's go outside this division, and I'll just close the if condition. Right now this HTML will be displayed only when we have the 404 page, and let's also link our home page over here in the anchor tag. So let's go back over here, and I'll just copy this link from here, and I'll just paste it over here in place of the hash. Now there are two more things we need to do. So if you go back to our website, and if I right click over here and go to inspect, here we have this division with the class of page, and in that we have all this content. Now what we need to do is we need to hide all of this. So here we can just type display of none, and now we can see nothing is being displayed over here. So let's go back to our theme code, and let's go to the CSS, and here we need to add one more line of CSS. So let's type body.custom404 and .page, and here we'll just type display of none. So what we are doing over here is that we are adding a display of none to the page when we have the custom 404 class inside the body. And now the last thing we need to do is we need to update the link of the image. So we need to upload the image somewhere and get the link and paste it over here. So I'll just save this for now. And here we have an error at line 10. So let's scroll up and let's see what's the error. So here's the problem. When we have the ampersand symbol in an XML file, we have to type ampersand AMP semicolon, and let's save it. And now we can see that it has updated successfully. So let's go back, and I'll just go to pages, and let's create a new page, and I'll just import the image over here. So I'll just click on insert image, upload from computer, and click on choose files, and here we have the image. I'll just select this and click on open, and I'll just click on this image and click on select, and select original size and click on OK. Now here we have the link of the image. So I'll just copy this from here, and let's go back, and let's go to our theme, and let's click on edit HTML, and let's scroll down and go to the CSS, and here we have the link of the image. So I just delete this from here and add our updated link, and now let's save this, and let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page, and now we can see we have this custom 404 page for our website. And if I go to the home page, we have everything else working alright. We don't have any problems. And if you go to any of these posts, everything is working alright. But if you go to any page that doesn't exist in our website, we have this custom 404 design displayed over here. So that's basically how you add a custom 404 page to your Blogger website. So that's it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.